right, everybody, ding, ding, ding. Welcome back. I say again, welcome back. It is a bright and beautiful and sunny day here in the A, and we are back inside the infamous ring. I am Trey Amazing, your favorite part-time stripper, part-time pastor, but full-time dating commentator, and this is Ringside's very own Corner Confessions. Today, we have a very sexy arrival. We got somebody who is vivacious and is dripping, I say dripping, with sex appeal. We have Coach Tisha Denise of Spankme Positive with us in the ring, and today we're talking sexual wellness. How you doing today?
I am absolutely amazing. It is wonderful outside. It's hot. I'm one of them girls who love the hot weather. I'm from Atlanta. I'm a Decatur girl, so I like it hot and heavy all the time. So I feel good. It's 420.
It is 420?
I'm going to partake in some nice festivities tonight, so I have no complaints. Life is great.
Indeed. It is definitely.
Absolutely.
It is definitely. Big shout out to everybody out there celebrating 420. We are most certainly 420 friendly here on this channel. So, hey, if you got it, do it. I ain't mad at it. So, talking with you, and you came highly recommended by, Alex in Wonderland. Big shout out to her. She was a great
so that's
interview.
my baby right there. That's my boo. We got the same birthday.
All right. Oh, no, we set it off in there. We set it off, and we had a great time. And, just having an opportunity to go through your platform, you talk a lot, as a coach, you talk extensively about sexual wellness.
I do.
And so, for a lot of people who may not be in that vein, of work and whatnot, they may see it, and when I say they, I may be talking about me, but if you had to describe and kind of tell someone what sexual wellness is, kind of break that down. What exactly, is sexual wellness? Okay,
so when I break it down, first of all, it's kind of hard to explain to someone who can't really go in the realm of what wellness is. Sexual wellness starts with wellness, you know what I'm saying? So in order to be able to be well sexually, you have to be well as a person altogether. Sex is interconnected to your emotions, to your mind, to your spirituality, and we don't know that all the time. Most of the time we think it's just straight penetrative sex between a woman and a man. That's what we think sex is. Sex is so much more than that. Sex comes in so many forms that don't even have to equate to being physical, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to sexual wellness, it starts here, it goes here, and everywhere else before we really get to all that other stuff. And I like to tell a lot of the couples that I coach that because they may have problems with intimacy or just certain things in their relationship, and a lot of times it doesn't even tie into the physical. It's underlying. They may have stress for a man or a woman, but for a man, when they're stressed, their testosterone levels go down like tenfold, you know what I'm saying? So
got that right.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't really understand sometimes that other things are leading to why we may be having sexual frustrations, or we're not intimate with each other because of things that go on. Just he keeps turning the light on all the time, and I want the light off. He won't flush the toilet. It'd be little things that have nothing to do with sex that kind of stack up sometimes that become an issue in our bedroom. So when I talk to my coaching clients and things like that, I always dig a little bit deeper than what they think their problem is, because a lot of times we just think, oh, she doesn't like to be here when we're here, she's not focused on it, or when whoever, you know what I'm saying? But they don't really realize that it's a little bit more than that. So I kind of make you dig into the realms of all of those essential aspects of your life, your mental health, your emotional health, your spirituality, and that doesn't mean religion all the time, you know what I'm saying? I make you tap into all of those things, and a lot of times when you really dig in, it kind of makes you understand why it is you may be having the issues you're having, if you're having an issue. Everybody's not, but there's always room for improvement in the bedroom. A lot of people don't understand when it comes to sexual wellness, communication is key. We all seem to think we're the best at everything, and don't like anybody to critique. And to have great sex, you have to be able to communicate and be open and express your desires, your fears, all of those things in the bedroom. Communication goes very, 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 very far when it comes to your sexual wellness. Also, sexual wellness starts with yourself. You feel me? Like, you have to have a sexual relationship with yourself. And a lot of people think that you have to have a partner to have a sexual relationship. No, you should know yourself. I think getting to know your body, knowing the things that you like are important to even relate to your significant other or your playmates, whoever you're dealing with. It's very important to know your own body. So I teach self-pleasure classes. So I teach self-pleasure classes where I kind of get you to understand your own body. Just take time out to caress certain parts of your body, and you may find that you like something. I know people who tell me they like to be touched behind the little part here behind your leg. You know what I'm saying? The little crease. You didn't even know it. Or
all these are like different erogenous
zones that you did not know. And sometimes taking the time out to romance yourself. I'm talking about set a mood like you would do for anybody else.
Light some candles.
Like I'm talking about when mine gets very extensive. I turn on music. I run a bath. I talk to myself. I do my affirmations. So it gets real. But whatever it is that kind of gets you in the mood, whatever it is you want your partner to do, I say take a time to yourself to do those things for yourself and have that moment with yourself. Get to know what you really like. And then I also think mutual masturbation is very important when it comes to your relationship, because you kind of get to see what your partner likes. You're going to see how the stroke game may be when they do it themselves, or how, she may touch different parts of her body that you don't necessarily know. Everybody's body is different. Just because Tanya and Tiffany like this doesn't mean that I like it. Our anatomy is different. Mm-hmm. We have different body parts made different ways. So everything that everybody else likes, you might be good in the bed, but you might not be doing what that person needs you to do. So kind of getting to know yourself sexually and knowing what you like is important. And then if you have healthy communication, you can relay that to your partner. Like, this is what I like. And you have to be open to receiving the critiques, to listening to what your partner likes. Don't automatically, because I have a lot of people that I coach who don't necessarily like to hear that you could do this or can you say this.
They don't like critique.
No, they automatically take it offensive. Like, oh, I know what I'm doing. If you knew what you were doing, to me, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So, and then it makes your partner feel like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be quiet. And then you're not totally satisfied. You feel me? Like you've already learned in this relationship that I can't really say what I like or don't like, because it's gonna cause an argument. He's gonna feel some type of way. She's gonna feel some type of way. So you gotta make sure that first, you know how to communicate in your relationship, period. You know what I'm saying? Healthy communication goes a long way beyond sex. Mm-hmm. But once you learn how to communicate in your relationship, a lot of your issues
will just,
you know what I'm saying, they fall the ways, because you know how to articulate yourselves and make each other understand what you need in all aspects of your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So when you can get to that, it makes it easier to be able to communicate in the bedroom. Tell me what your fantasy is, and then make sure that you also have that mutual respect, because just say you're in the BDSM community, a lot of people don't realize when it comes to that and your wellness, that is one of the most respected places, is someone in the BDSM community, because it's all about consent.
And for people out there who don't know, what is BDSM?
That is bondage. That is, the D is domination. And then we have sadism and masochism.
Indeed.
Yes,
okay.
I'm sorry. Look, I was smoking, y'all.
Oh, no, it's
but
all
listen.
good. No, I do that sometimes. But I do know there's some subscribers, on my channel that aren't always, familiar with my vernacular or, some of the things, so I just want to be clear with people, because I definitely know, I agree with you big time. I certainly, it's funny you mentioned mutual masturbation.
Mm-hmm.
I was always taught masturbation, why it's so important, because you have to know what you like.
You do.
Because until you figure out, what turns you on sexually, it's difficult to communicate that with a partner. Especially if you have a partner who's willing, who wants to, but you yourself, you don't know what turns you on.
You don't know.
You don't know how to have an orgasm. You don't know what places on your body you like to be touched. And if you don't know, then you can't tell someone else. And so I agree with that 1,000%. We all, doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you should know what turns you on, and you need to communicate. But I'm glad you added that piece in terms of communication, because you can, a person can be excellent communicator, but if they're with someone like you mentioned who doesn't receive criticism well, then it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's that person's communication can't save the entire relationship or marriage.
That's when you get those problems.
Right. You got to be willing to say, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna sit down. If need be, maybe I need to take some notes, but tell me about myself. Tell me what I could do better. And so I do agree. I think that's, sexual wellness is highly important. I mean, it's something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people may be lacking in their relationship. You may think everything is all good.
No, and it doesn't. I'm telling you, I talk to people all day, every day, everywhere I go, and it's a major problem that no one's talking about. They don't tell their partner. They'll tell me, a stranger. You know what I'm saying? What they don't like, what they're not getting, why they feel they're not getting it, but they can't relate it to their partner, and that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say when it comes to sexual wellness, it's your wellness. So many people don't realize how deep your spiritual wellness intertwines with your sexual wellness, because sometimes a lot of the reason we hold back when it comes to sex is because of our upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So when you tap into yourself and your wellness, when you really do the work on yourself, you have to kind of dive into why you are the way you are. So you have to dive into the spiritual aspects of you and what you were told. So when you hear certain words like I shouldn't be or I ought not, you have to take those serious, because it's the reason. And I dig into that. Why do you feel like that? And then it comes into, you were raised to think that sex was just this bad thing, or you're only supposed to do it when you're married. You know what I'm saying? And that plays into how you receive sex and how you project upon others when it comes to sex. So when you get into your sexual wellness, you learn to remove all of those stigmas. And I'm not saying go against what you believe in, you know what I'm saying? But you kind of get to let go of some of just knowing that this is how I was raised, this is what I was taught, but I can remove that to understand sex as a whole, for the overall aspect of what sex is, and that is all of those things. I can't necessarily say that my partner and what their fantasies are wrong if I removed what I've been thinking my whole life, that, oh no, you're never supposed to do anything. The only way you're supposed to have sex is missionary. No, if you can remove that from your mind and be open to what sex really is, then be open to what sex really is, then it goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Then
who wants to do missionary for the rest of their life?
But there are. I'm telling you, I have a lot of people who don't, they think they're real vanilla when it comes to sex. And when it comes to it, you feel me? But I can't judge in what I do. So if you are vanilla and it's just what you are, then it is what you are. But if there are reasons behind it and you're really just holding yourself back, you're curious, you're this or that, and you just feel like you're judging yourself, that's where I kind of come in to open up your eyes. Like, let's dig into why you feel the way you feel about sex. And a lot of times, it's because they just were miseducated, misinformed, or it's just how they were brought up. Or something may have happened, trauma, it goes a long way. So when you can really communicate that in your relationship and talk about, and like I say, even stress in your relationship goes so far, you can just really, something else that happened a while ago can really still be digging into what y'all got going on. Something that has nothing to do with the bedroom is now causing problems in your bedroom. You can't let it go.
It can be from previous relationships.
It can be from previous relationships.
Childhood.
So you got to know to be able to have those conversations with your partner, talk about it, so y'all can kind of get on the same. Why doesn't she like to be touched? Why does she only like the lights off? You know what I'm saying? Why does he?
No fun.
It's no fun, but it be deep sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to wellness, you have to realize that it's not just about the fun. It's deeper than that. Sometimes people have, and like I said, I'm a wellness coach, so a lot of my stuff, I'm into mental health, emotional health. So I have to dig beyond that. You know what I'm saying? It's not any fun, but why? Why is it that you feel this way? And then when you really dig into it, you may find out that something happened as a child, when he was asleep, whatever, or sleep. Somebody used to come into their room at night. You never know where these issues are coming from. We just automatically get set in our ways like, oh no. When they feel open and you can be honest with each other and you can really talk about what goes on in your relationship, it makes the sex so much better, because now you can kind of be like a little bit more understanding of why she is, and then you can say he, she, whatever the case may be. You got to be careful nowadays. But yeah, then you can understand if it's someplace. Just say she doesn't like to be touched here. Once y'all had a conversation, you understand why. You can make it a little bit more understand. Like, do you feel comfortable? You know, because those questions go a long way and they make you feel comfortable. Do you feel comfortable with me touching here? How about here? How about here? And as time goes on and you really move throughout the body, they open up.
You know, that would be very difficult for me as a self-professed boob man. You know, if I'm with a young lady I really care about and she says, I don't like to be touched there. And she's going, I would really be in a crisis.
You would be in a crisis.
What am I going to do? Yeah, we would definitely need professional help.
Yeah.
You want to talk with someone because, especially if this is a young lady who, if I care about her and I want to, this ain't just sex, I actually want to see her outside of the bedroom, then I would definitely want to do a deeper dive.
A deeper dive.
Because I'm like, okay, what's going on to where me expressing my love physically makes you uncomfortable. So stuff like that, you
have to dig into and realize sometimes we don't know how to separate that it's not us. We automatically feel attacked. Like, why she don't want me to touch her?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It would be me.
It'd be you feeling like, but that's why we have coaches and therapists, because, like I said, once you get to that point, now if you're with a person who says I hate giving head and you love getting head, I feel like you should kind of, before you even get that serious, you should kind of dive into that. Like, are you going to be able to be with a person who
likes it,
who doesn't like it, and like you might not never get it again, or so are you going to cheat? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you going to do? Why would you even put yourself in that position? But then again, if there's everything else you love about this person and you had this conversation and y'all are willing to come to some happy medium and go to counseling, it's very important. It goes a long way. But like I said, we have to, when it comes to sexual wellness in a relationship, like I said, we all have our thoughts and our processes, and when we're in it, we just, myself included, I have to fix, because I'm a very sexual person, so I too have to sometimes, whip myself into shape, no point intended, and be like, listen, everybody's not as freaky as you may be, you know what I'm saying? And I have to communicate with my partner and kind of let them know, look, this is what I like. How do you feel about this? Are you willing to try? You know what I'm saying? And when you get into those conversations, it kind of opens up the doors for a better sexual experience and sexual wellness in your relationship. So like I said, when it comes to sexual wellness, it starts with wellness.
Wellness is the
period.
Key
we don't
component.
understand. That's a lot of things in our lives. So this is no different than work and everything else. Wellness starts with you. You know what I'm saying? You need that. When we tap, we got to learn to tap into ourselves sometimes and realize, let's just take a moment within. That's why meditation and all those things are so big, even in the bedroom. Imagination goes a long way when it comes to your sexual wellness.
I like that.
Oh my gosh, use your imagination, and it's not cheating. If your imagination goes another place, you could think about sounds, because think about it, you can hear, just if we were right here with our eyes closed right now and we just listen to the breeze and all of that said, you might see something totally different than what we're in right now. You may see the ocean breeze. You can put your mind on whatever you want that's going to put you in a place of serenity.
Magic City.
That I don't know how the birds chirping gave you Magic City, but I feel you. But yes, you see what I'm saying? So when you're in the moment, you can use that same sense that we use in all of these different places in the bedroom. Use your imagination. It makes the sex even better. Think about the things that really turn you on, get you aroused. It might not be anything in that bedroom. It might be something you never want to do in real life, but it works. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in there, use your imagination. Think about those. Whatever works.
It works if you work.
It works. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of it. Use your imagination. It's part of your mind. It's part of being well.
So check it. I gotta ask, and we're gonna shift gears just for a little bit. This is how we're gonna close out. But this is your opportunity. I want you to really talk, promote, plug it up.
Okay.
Break it down. Break it down for me and my subscribers really quickly. Big shout out to everybody out there watching and subscribing. If you're watching this, go ahead and drop us some likes. Leave some comments, but most importantly, make sure you subscribe. Big shout out to everybody in the Ringside group on Facebook. If you're not in the Ringside group, make sure you go ahead and go to that search bar at the very top, type in Ringside LC, and request to join the private group, and either myself or one of the admins will admit you. So really quickly, tell me and subscribe, break it down. What is the Spankme Positive brand? Because that was the first thing, when I was told about you, I was told, Spankme Positive. So, of course, that's going to be in my head for a while.
I would think so. Good.
Yes, and if you came up with it, great job.
Yes.
So, kind of break it down for me and the viewers. What exactly is the Spankme Positive brand?
So, the Spankme Positive brand is about your holistic wellness, your wellness as a whole. So, that's why, point intended, Spankme Positive. I'm going to tap into every realm of your life. I will tap into your mental health. I'm going to tap into your emotional health. I'm going to tap into the physical. I'm going to tap into your spiritual, and absolutely into your sexual health. Like I said several times before, they all intertwine. So reaching every aspect of what is important in our lives is very important. So Spankme Positive is all about touching on those points and growing as a person. I'm a mental health advocate. I'm a certified mental health first aider, meaning that I am certified to be the first responder in the case that there is a mental health crisis or substance abuse crisis. So I take mental health very, very serious. So that's why you get the positive. I'm a positive person. I kind of see everything in the world in a positive light. Don't get me wrong now, because I'm not one of those people who everything is positive all the time. I understand.
You're not happy-go-lucky all the time?
I'm real. You know what I'm saying? So in my growth, in my journey, I've learned to become aware of my feelings, of what I'm going through, what's around me, and it leads me to a positive place. Because once you can kind of identify what you're going through in life or why you're going through it, or identify your negative traits, certain things about you, it makes you see things differently, okay? So that's where the positive comes in, because I'm a light to this world. I know what I do as a calling because I've been doing this my whole life. I literally go out and I talk to everybody, and I leave the room knowing that I probably talked to you about mental health. You didn't know me. I probably know all about your relationship. I probably know about your sex life. And this is everywhere I go all the time. So I kind of just use what I am as a person, my whole being, and made it a brand. And I'm a very sexual woman. And then I also, because it's Spankme Positive, I'm liberated. So if you ever just found me on Instagram, all you thought it was just sex, titties, ass, all of that. I kind of used my way of liberation. Like I said, I have rheumatoid arthritis. Anybody who knows me or follows me or know my story, listen, I have a podcast as well, Spankme Positive. But I talk about it a lot. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I hated showing my hands. I would never, I did it a lot this show, but I always kept my hands out of sight. So body positivity is very important to me, because those are one of the things that I struggle with mentally, being different physically. So I always seemed confident, but internally I was struggling. So I am all about body positivity, showing the things that once made you insecure, learning to love them, and showing them to the world whatever sees fit for you. I'm a mother. My breasts fell after 2 kids, so I used to be very insecure about my breasts. Now I show them all the time, because it was me taking my power back. Like, you gonna get my titties is what it, and people just think that, oh, she out here just showing her body. No, this is a sign of liberation and empowerment for me, because I was so, I knew I didn't want to go under the knife, I didn't want to get cosmetic surgery, but I was very insecure when it came to my breasts. You know what I'm saying? So part of me taking my power back was, hey, look, they're beautiful. I'm a mother. This is part of life. It's gravity. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all gonna get
life.
I produce life. Even if I didn't, it's mine. We got to learn to. I feel like we tend to, so often, especially with social media and things, we put people down. You go through those comments and you see mean thing after mean thing after mean thing. I wanted to be the difference in the world. So even if you follow me, I am constantly on there building people up. I'm doing mental health checkups. If you tell me you down, I'm going to sit and talk to you and try to figure out what's going on. That's what Spankme Positive is. So my brand is all about that. I'm going to talk about sex, self-pleasure. I can help. I do a course about sex and disabilities. We have a lot of people out here who are, in a wheelchair, will never get out of it, and they're struggling, and we just living our lives going on. You don't understand what people are going through, and they're human beings who have needs and wants like we do. So
I'd love to cover that for an interview.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that, but I'd love to cover.
What's different? You know what I'm saying? They have needs, all of that, but they got a little bit more on top of them, because now they have the mental problems of worrying about things that they can't do or how they're perceived or seen. So I kind of help build confidence in that area. Show you, like I said, I have arthritis, so I love sex. I love to do stuff. I love to ride dick, but I can't physically do it like I want to. So I teach you ways to make it a little bit easier. Chairs to use, pillows. I just kind of help people out in areas you don't know is affecting your mental health as well as your sexual health. You know what I'm saying? So Spankme Positive is about tapping into everything. I do things that have nothing to do with sex sometimes. It's strictly mental health. I do a lot of suicide awareness programs and things like that. And then I have things that are strictly sex. I go to a lot of play parties and I go and then it's so funny. The other thing that is special about Spankme Positive is I kind of try to show you to kind of destigmatize or end judgment and projection when it comes to sex, because I've seen so much throughout my life, because for some reason I've always been a sexual being, but never promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was always perceived that way. People see you that way. So I use my moment and my part of Spankme Positive to kind of share that with the world. Like, you guys, we got to stop projecting because of whatever we think somebody is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I teach all the time. Look, I am a sexual being, and I would go stints. I would be celibate for 2-3 years, and still, and I'm gonna stop saying celibate. I talk to somebody. I would abstain because I still masturbate a lot. Self-pleasure is serious. So
hey, this channel supports masturbation.
I am a self-pleasure master. Like, I masturbate maybe 3-4 times a day. I do. I'm a lot. I do it a lot. But with that, so I can abstain from sex with people, and I'm very spiritual. So I'm very serious about who gets to touch me because I'm so spiritual and because I'm nasty as fuck. Like, I'm a nasty person when it comes to the bedroom. So I ain't finna just jump in the sheets with anybody because I'm not gonna get nasty with everybody. So you might be getting pleased, but then I'm gonna be sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? So
I didn't get mine.
I ain't get mine for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, like I said, I'm very. It's mental for me a lot when it comes to sex. So it's so, and I understand that. And even when I talk to people in the community, some of them, I know people who have OnlyFans, I know people who have adult films, and they aren't as sexual as you think they are when it comes to being promiscuous.
Which, and I've heard that before.
Yes.
That's so trippy. I've heard that about certain porn stars, and I've heard that about people.
We just assume they fucking everybody. That's not the case.
You fucking on film. I'm assuming you're having a great sex life at home, and I've interviewed men and women talk about, like, no, it's work.
It's work. Yeah, I know some it's work. I know some who really vet who they deal with. Like, they'll take a while between scenes because they're not finna they don't just have sex with everybody. They have to actually have a connection. So exclusive. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know that. We automatically see them and just have our thoughts. Oh, they fucking on camera. You never know. So I'm trying to kind of remove the stigma around sex. We have a stigma around sex and mental health that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And especially in the Black community, we don't talk about it. So Spankme Positive's brand is kind of to remove those stigmas so we can really dig down and look into ourselves and look into others and kind of see each other as human beings and be able to have open dialogue where we can have a little bit more understanding, whether just putting that all men, that all women, or all sexual people, or all mental people, all of that, because that's how we look at it. You know what I'm saying? We'll put everybody into this box. This is a place to kind of open your eyes where we can all come as one, have an open forum, all walks of life. It doesn't matter if you go to church every day and you over here, you in a strip club every day. You sit them down at the same table and let them have a conversation. You never know how much you can learn from each other, first of all, and how much you may have in common. You don't know because we are automatically putting this wall up and putting this judgment up. Spankme Positive is about removing that.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I can really get behind that. And I knew, definitely with interviewing you, I wanted to put that in the back burner. I'm like, okay, I want to really get to the heart of what Spankme Positive is.
I appreciate that.
Because I really, of course, that captures my attention, Spankme Positive.
Yeah.
And so for the viewers and subscribers, because what I project is, and people are going to watch this, and they want to get in touch with you because you hit on a few things that really, even for me, I was like, okay, yeah, we need to hash more in that. Where can people find Spankme Positive, and how can they get in contact with you? Are you on social media? Do you have a website?
I do. So the easy part about Spankme Positive is everything is Spankme Positive. So my Instagram is at Spankme Positive, how it sounds, but if you have problems in that area, it's SpankmePositive. My website is www.spankmepositive.com, and I have a podcast also named Spankme Positive. So everything under the Spankme Positive brand is very easy to get to. If you go to my website, you can pretty much find my Instagram and my podcast, and you can get the last 3 episodes there. So you know what I'm saying? But insane. You go to my Instagram, it's gotta click away to get to my website and all of that stuff. But Spankme Positive is easy to find because it's always Spankme Positive, and it's a name you can't forget. Everybody, when I say Spankme Positive, they're like, what? And that's what when I created the name and I was coming up with what I wanted this to be, that was the one that kind of just stuck with me. I was like, it's saying everything I need to say. It's me as a person. Like, I'm gonna whip you into, you know what I'm saying, we gonna have some, but you gonna leave me with a different mindset. Yeah, like you don't understand when you really have a conversation with me and you talk to me, you're gonna leave thinking one thing most of the time. Whether you're my male counterparts, whatever, you're gonna come to me one way and leave thinking different. That's almost 100% of the time. You don't really get to know Spankme Positive or Tisha Denise till you sit down and you hold a conversation with her. So when you really take the time out to follow me on Instagram, make sure you don't just look. I understand if you want to beat off or something, y'all gonna do that. I hear it all the time. I get that. But when you get
judged,
it's okay. It's all right. I have women, I have men, everybody tell me, girl. I'm like, okay, it's cool. I probably done did it. I have done it to myself a few times. It's all right. But I don't want that to just be the end all be all. I want you to take the time out when you have the time to kind of really dive into what my captions are saying. Go into my stories. Come out to some of my events because it's much deeper than just the eye. Yes, it's intriguing to see, but it's so much bigger than that, okay? So if you follow me on Instagram, keep that in mind, okay? Make sure you really pay attention. But
okay.
You got me?
I got you. No, we're gonna make sure that we're gonna promote this, and I do. I see that you're gonna get some attention because you hit on some great topics. You hit on some things that I didn't even think about, or things that maybe I haven't thought about in years. I'm like, okay, that's extremely relevant because a lot of people out here, they have trouble with sexual wellness. They have trouble with, trying to, find nirvana in the bedroom with their partner. And so I think this is a conversation that needs to be ongoing with a lot of people because, again, you do have people out there in committed relationships and married. Everything is going well. The money is flowing. Kids are well taken care of, going to private schools. His and her BMW in the garage, but we ain't fucking.
We ain't fucking.
Or I don't like being touched by them. Or, so I think sexual wellness affects a lot of us. So I would like this to be a part 2. I want more people to tune in to your podcast because you have some great information. You're intelligent, and we trying to we got to change the world. So, Coach Tisha Denise, thank you so much. You have been amazing.
Thank you.
To say the least.
Thank you.
You have been awesome. I appreciate you joining us here in the infamous ring. Again, everybody out there, make sure you share this video, drop some likes, drop as many likes as you can, add some comments, make sure they're constructive comments. But most importantly, and I can't stress this enough, everybody, I can't stress enough, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard, okay? Coach Tisha Denise.
Thank you.
Thank you again. This has been Ringside's Corner Confessions. I am Trey Amazing, and we are out this bitch.
Hey.
Peace. Enjoy 420.
Yeah.